North Star right now for us, how I envision this thing going, and like you said before, I've built a team around me that specializes in a lot of different areas that I don't.
He like, when we get this money, what you gonna do? I said, oh, I'm gonna build another duplex right there. He went back and you know what he told her? Law. He said, we're not loaning him nothing. That N word too small.
We're bringing in interns this summer through the mayor's initiative to take as many youth off the street and give them things to do so they're not breaking in your cars.
Women just make better.
I agree.
And I think that's the thing men have to understand. We should complete, not compete.
So that's one big thing I've learned in business over the years is making sure the people that are with me every day, that they feel valued.
But once we get out the matrix, that's why I tell people, you can't convince me to do nothing besides real estate.
That's right.
Because I know I'm gonna make 20 to 35% on my stuff. Why would I do anything else? What's up, everybody? Charles Mabry here, man, the Prime Global Group podcast. Today I have all the way from Atlanta, one of my good friends now, Mr. Sean Doe. How you doing, man?
Doing fantastic, man. Happy to be here.
Man, you done been with us a few days now, boy. You in here.
Hey, I may as well go ahead and move my stuff down. That's why.
So you went to the concert last night. Yeah. You went to the Denver game. We beat Denver. We were on an 8-9 game losing streak. So we're going to say that you're good luck.
That's right. Good energy, man.
So if we win tonight against Boston, we're not letting you do no more. Every home game, we're going to be back to come down here.
Energy flows, man. Energy flows.
Man, we appreciate the time, man. Thanks for coming down. I wanna go through a little bit of everything, like from how you started entrepreneurship all the way to 618 Capital. I just want our young kids to understand that you don't have to have a jump shot. You don't have to run fast and everybody to be a multi-millionaire and to be in the space of finances. So I really want to just get to that. Just tell them a little bit about yourself and your family, your background. Don't tell them about the car dealership. I want to bring that in.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, man, I'm happy to be here first and foremost. Thank you for the opportunity. It's my honor, pleasure to be here and spend the last couple of days getting to know the Prime Global family and everything you guys are about. It aligns with everything 6810 Capital is about. We started this firm, my partner and I started this firm back in 2024. And from the ground up, it was just an opportunity for us to, we did a lot of things. We operated businesses for a number of years. And the number one thing we struggled with was capital. So managing capital, getting capital from banks, and having the ability to be able to grow our businesses. So we bootstrapped everything, had a hard time getting capital. And then once we figured everything out, that's when people want to give you capital. So what we realized is now in this marketplace, we've got the ability to be able to change that, change the narrative of how capital has been dispersed across the community, across, African-American businesses and things like that. We're the least capitalized business groups in the world, right? So ultimately our goal was to be able to get our own money. And it was something I thought at first I would have to win the lottery to be able to do. Right. And I realized, well, no, we could do this with what we have. So we started small, built it up. And our goal wasn't just to, hey, we're going to go out and give a bunch of businesses money, but we're going to go out and make an impact, not just write checks and say, hey, here you go, you owe us this much money, but more so go on hands-on approach, whole team behind you, marketing, operations, sales, whatever you needed, we're going to support you, be there with you to teach you how to do things once you get the right kind of capital in place. So that's one aspect of what we do. The different sectors that we operate in, real estate development, commercial real estate development, healthcare, oil and gas, and consumer businesses. So those are our main verticals right there. Do a little stuff in the sports and entertainment vertical as well. We're starting to get into that. But our goal is to just impact, not just give capital, but have impact more than ROIs. It's about impact with us.
That was my number one thing when we met last year. And I was more impressed with the way y'all moved. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all move really militant. Like y'all like a whole military operation. When I came in, I was like, okay, yeah. This is who I want to be aligned with. I want us to, because we're like that in the real estate market. Like when we're building, we move. I tell people all the time, I like to move like the Hispanics. When we show up, we showing up 10, 12 deep. Don't nobody have to ask what's going on. Everybody know their job, their assignments. We write on it. This person doing that, and it looks fantastic. I like clean work sites. I like certain things that are going to make investors understand this is a good place to spend money. But it's not as difficult to get money as it is to get a strategic partner. And that's what we've been holding out for. And that's why I think we align so good. Like you said, it ain't just about stroking a check. It's about saying, okay, I can add value to this also. And that was my most important thing. When I saw y'all move, I knew we would probably align right, because all the stuff y'all didn't have, I had. All the stuff I don't have, y'all have. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, this morning when you asked me, I told you, the money's important,
right,
but it's the team that I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build a team we're gonna be spoke about before we even hit the rooms.
That's
like
right.
when you go to the games with us, you understand like, oh, they good people.
That's right.
We can't like one of my guys said, he say, y'all can't get to the seat for 30 minutes. Y'all shaking hands, and I'm like, sure, that's how we are everywhere.
Right.
It ain't just because it's the Grizzlies. We're like that with everybody. We treat everybody like they the principal of the school, whether they the janitor or not.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to align myself with, good people, because if you don't treat money right, money won't treat you right.
That's right.
I never want to get money and be a tyrant. I want to get money and I want to be a faucet. I want to be able to pour into people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think our partnership is going to be strategic. Talk about your family, man, and your kids, man. We talked about your wife and last night, your kids.
Yeah, man. My wife and I, we've been together 21 years, been married for 19 years.
Tell them how y'all met, though, because there's so much synergy between you and our wife. So
my wife and I, we met back in 7th grade in middle school.
So funny.
7th grade, we went to the same middle school together. In high school, the high schools, they separated the lines. So she went to one high school, I went to another. And when we met in middle school, we weren't even like dating or anything like that. We were just friends in classmates. And real cool classmates, got along well. And then shortly after high school, I met her at a New Year's party. Like it might have been the New Year's right after high school graduation. Met her at a New Year's party. The vibes was vibing. And we exchanged information, and like to say, the rest is history. Took it from there, and our first child was born in 2006. He's going on 20 this year, and we had a daughter in 2012. So I've got 2 kids. She'll be 14 this year. He'll be 20.
14 going on 40.
Exactly. Yeah, she's done the first lady. Let her tell us of the house. So it's been an interesting journey. Being a father in business is not easy because you spend a lot of hours trying to build the other baby, the business. So it takes a lot of time from the family. So naturally, we tend to pacify the family to keep them happy. But, ultimately, the time is what we're really working to buy back, is that time and that energy spent with the kids. So, that's what has been the last few years. Things have slowed down a little bit to where I've had the opportunity, I've built the foundation of where I can spend more time with the family, growing them up, showing them, what a family life looks like and what we desire to have and those things there. So that part of it's been great. My son, he's in entrepreneurship, growing into that, helping him, showing him how to do that the right way. And he's got a clothing line that he's been Unorthodox Vision is the name of his clothing line. He creates a bunch of athletic wear,
Okay.
street urban wear, doing a real good job at it. Real quality stuff. Proud of him for that. Just teaching them that business is not just building things out there, but just the operational side of things, the customer follow up, the retention, the marketing, and all those things there. So he's been learning it.
Right.
So he realizes not just, let me just go do some things and
Right.
I make some money now. He's been having shipping issues, all kind of logistical nightmares. So he's understanding. He's going through the blender, as we say in business. So,
But the good thing about it is he have you to be able to fall back on and to kind of give them the guidance and stuff. This is why I love the fact that my kids work with me. Some of my kids work with me.
Right.
Because like last night at the concert, you see my daughter in my hip pocket. Oh, you know what I'm saying? She's singing every song. Like that's how we are. Like we vacation together. I take her out, we date, you know what I'm saying? And it shows the importance of fatherhood. My last 3 have really allowed me to be a father. You know what I'm saying? And I think kids get lost in that. Like, you have to allow us to be a father and make mistakes too, because mama can make as many mistakes as she wants to.
Sure.
But daddy, boy, we crucify like, whoa, see, man. So it's good to be able to teach our kids that Let's talk about your first trip in entrepreneurship. I know you used to work at Home Depot or Lowe's or one of them.
Yeah.
And what? Tell them about that.
Yeah, man. So started back in 2005. I was working in Lowe's. Took a summer job. I was on my way to college. Interesting story. Took a summer job. Signed up. I was going to film school of all things. Film was my passion coming out of high school. So I was going to film school and took a summer job. And during that summer job at Lowe's, I met a guy that owned the dealership, like right across the street almost, and just was serving him. He needed a grill. He was looking for a grill. The particular grill he was looking for, they didn't have it on the floor. So if you know anything about Lowe's and Home Depot, they stock all the stuff in the air.
Right.
So throughout the different parts of the store. And so I took about 10, 15 minutes trying to find this grill for this guy. And I was determined to find it.
Right.
And finally came back to him, found the grill. And he says, hey, can you get the manager for me? Because he wanted to negotiate.
Right.
So I was like, hey, that's past my pay grade. And let me get somebody that can help you. So he negotiated his grill, got him a good deal on it. And then afterwards, he came over to me and said, hey, man, you want a real job?
Right.
And I'm like, real job? Dude, I'm making $12 an hour. I'm like, you're insulting me.
Right.
Yeah, what do you mean a real job? Fresh out of high school a year ago, like making $12 an hour, I can do everything I need to do. And this is 2005.
Yeah.
So, he's like, you want to make some real money, man? And he's like, I think you'll do good selling cars for me. Selling cars. And ironically, prior to getting that job at Lowe's, I went to this back in the day, they used to have these big job fairs kind of things. You go to this hotel, you sit in there, and you interview for these different jobs. And it was a car dealership, and they didn't give me the job. They said, oh, you're young, you're green, you don't know anything
Right.
about selling cars. Come back later, a couple years later. And ironically, this guy offers me a car dealership job. I go home, tell my mom. She's like, no, don't do it. Car dealers are crooks. They're going to steal your commission. My whole family's like, no, you got your good job over there at Lowe's. Don't do it. I did it anyway.
Right.
Did it anyway. Within 6 months, I was the top sales guy at this Ford dealership in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And I was just rocking and rolling. And all I did was just follow the training manual.
Yeah.
I just listened to they sent me to a training class. I listened to that. I came back, listened to the guy that was the top guy there, had been there for years,
Right.
selling 30, 40 cars a month. And all I would do was sneak around the corner literally and listen to him closing his deals. And I would take pieces out of that fell in line with my character and, the things that I believed in. Right. So one thing about salespeople coming into business, everybody, just like my mom thought, everybody thought salespeople were snakes.
Right.
And crooks. So I said, I don't want to have that mantra on myself. So how can I do this different?
Right.
And what I realized was I could serve people. My very first sales lady said, it was a older white lady. She came up to me and she said, the reason I came back and bought this car from you was because you popped the hood. You showed me everything.
Right.
And I didn't know how to do it no other way but the right way.
Yep.
So
From your training name.
exactly. So that stuck with me. So I took that to this day in business. I treat everybody the same. I don't judge you because you're a woman, and I don't need to pop the hood for you because you don't know what's going on under there.
Right.
So because of that, I had a lot of success early in the business, and it just skyrocketed, man. I went from a kid making $12 an hour to within 6 months, I was making $8,000 a month. On track to make $100,000 a year. Type number. So
Different from $12.
I'm 19 years old, right?
And you can drive any car you want to.
Driving. I was switching cars every 3-6 months. I had a new car.
He thought you was a D-boy.
Man, what? My very first 6 months later, I bought a Ford Mustang GT off the showroom floor. And what that business did was it showed me the importance of credit.
Yeah.
Because I was pulling people's credit every day. So at a young age, I got exposed to credit exposure, to understand what credit was, what debt was, and all those things there. So all that helped me down the line. So through that journey there, did that for a few years, got into when the recession happened in 2008, things got quiet in the car business. That's when the car companies went to get bailouts and things like that. So I said, man, I got to figure something else out. So that's when I got into trading equities, trading stocks. I started day trading then. So then from that day trading experience, I lost all my money.
Yeah.
Trade.
Everybody, it's funny because I know a bunch of people that trade.
Yeah.
And all of them have lost all their money at one point.
Yep. I practiced, and they teach you, hey, paper trading didn't work for me.
Right.
I need the real live energy. I need to feel it. So I'm trading real money with this strategy. But what it taught me was I was able to learn the strategy that I needed to use with real money. It cost me a lot of money, but I learned a lot. And then it's funny how the name 6810 came around. So I traded. 6810 is a date. So that date is June 8th, 2010. So that's kind of like my rebirth. So I feel like in life, everybody has a second birth date, a date when they realize what their purpose is in life. So that 6810 was mine. And during that period there, I was trading. So I had raised my first fund. I went and got all money from my family, from my mom, my aunt, a couple friends, put together. It was probably like 30, 40 grand. It wasn't even much money at the time. To me, it was a lot.
Right.
So, and to them it was a lot. So went out, raised a bunch of money, lost their money. It was this one day in the market. Woke up one morning. I said, yeah, we're going to do good today. Market was going great. Mind you, at the time I'm trading penny stocks. If you know anything about penny stocks, it's very volatile. It's like Bitcoin almost. It moves very fast. Right. So trading stocks, the market just crashes while I'm in this trade. I lose everything. So at this point I'm sick. I'm like suicidal sick.
Right.
Like don't know what to do. My mom had quit one of her jobs because she just knew it was working for a while. So everybody looked at me like the savior,
right?
Like I was Jesus Christ.
Right.
And I was like, there's no way that I lost this money, right? Like there had to be a higher calling to me losing this money, to teach them a lesson, because they were all looking at me like the savior. And there's only one savior, right?
He jealous too, boy.
Man, come on, man. Yep. So there's only one savior. No man can be Jesus Christ and save and make you all this money and stuff like that. So I felt like that season there taught me that I had to forgive myself first. Then I went and told everybody what happened. And then from there, it gave me an epiphany, like, man, did all this happen for them?
Right.
Because I did everything right. What happened?
Right.
So it was it to teach all of them a lesson that you can't put your faith in man, that only God has the ultimate control. So I learned from that. Finally got back in the car business at that time, because I needed to make some money. At this point, I got to pay these people.
No, I sell some car.
Right. So I go back, get an opportunity. Somebody brings me into, this is when I got into the used car side of things. Guy calls me up, hey, I got an opportunity for you to make, some money. I'm at this car lot now. I come in. I never liked selling used cars because I just never wanted to deceive anyone, right? I wanted to sell a new car because it's brand new. You're not going to have no problems. You're going to be good. So we got on the used car side of things now, because at that time, everybody coming out of the recession, everybody's credit was bad. Everybody had bankruptcies and all kind of things like that. So at that point there, we needed to find an opportunity to where I got in the subprime market. So everybody I was dealing with had bad credit. Just reestablishing things here in the note. Right. Good. So it was buy here, pay here, bank set up. You didn't need much money, $500,000, you riding. Yeah. So I come in, I master that program. So I take that program from just doing buy here, pay here to doing outside financing. So I bring in banks. Those banks would come in, they would give the dealer the full amount that he needed for the car, finance it, versus him carrying a note. So now this guy's excited.
He's almost stuff now.
Right. So his money's freeing up, and he's like, man, I'm glad, and I'm rocking and rolling at this point. He makes me a manager. And, life is getting back on track. I paid back my people that I owed. And I get an opportunity 2012. A big store, man. My very first store used to be a new car dealership. Opportunity. I used to pass by it every day, and I'm like, that's too big. I'm never gonna open anything like that starting off. Right. And sometimes, what we think isn't what God has for us. Sometimes it's crazy how, you got bigger things. So
My wife say all the time, you want to make God laugh.
tell me your plans, right? Yeah. And this story here is similar to that. I'm passing by this store every day. I'm driving an hour to work. If you know anything about Atlanta, things are very far apart.
A
So
lot of track.
yeah, I'm driving an hour to work and I'm passing by this dealership every day. And, I get the opportunity. At this point, I got my dealer's license and I'm selling cars. I'm selling about 2-3 cars a month. I would pick and choose
Right.
the ones that I want to sell from the place I was working.
Right.
I would put them in my cars, selling 2 or 3 a month. And then I go to the guy and I say, hey man, I want a raise. And I said, either I get a raise or I'm going to open my own store.
Right.
He says, I'll see you later. I'm not giving you a raise. Best thing that could have happened to me, right? So I get the opportunity. I reached out to that car lot and I knew somebody that was there previously. So they told me all the utilities. They told me, so I started doing my math. So I got to sell these many cars. I got to do this. I got to do this. How can I backdoor my way into this deal?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm closing myself now, right?
Yeah.
So get the opportunity, man. Reached out to the landlord. Nice guy. He had been with this. They're Atlanta royalty in the car business. So they own the land. They didn't want to sell. They wanted to rent it. So they said, hey, it's going to be this much a month. I think it was like $5,000. We'll give you a discount, negotiated where they'll do it for $3,000 for X amount of months and then pay the rest on the back end. They let me in. So here I am, get the first opportunity at my own store, get my own store off the ground. At this point, we using credit. We using my mom's credit, my wife's credit, my credit to get cars on the lot. Because at that point, you starting a business bootstrapping. A few dollars here, but wasn't much money.
Yeah.
So we started the first day. We might have had 3 cars on the lot. We've got employees that are people that believed in me, came on board. I'm using their cars on the front line to take pictures to let people know, hey, we open.
Yeah.
Come on over. So that ended up working good, man. Had a lot of ups and downs in that journey from 2012 to 2023. I ran that store.
Man.
So started over twice. Didn't work the first time. I said, okay, now I know what to do
I
now.
know my mistakes now.
Started over again. So it's just perseverance, man. And that's just what business has been for me.
You know what I call it? I call it endurance.
That's right.
A lot of people don't understand. Like I tell people every day, because they how you get here, how you this.
Right.
I just kept putting one foot in front of the other.
Right.
It's really that simple.
Yep.
We keep going when other people give up.
That's right. And that's the definition of entrepreneurship.
This is it, bro. Every day I wake up, I get an opportunity to go do something.
Right.
I don't have to. I get to go. That's why if you notice our environment, it's all my, bro, I got partners. I don't even call them my employees.
Yeah.
Like these people partnering and believing in me. Because some of them are ran their own companies, they're their own bosses, but they see the big picture. Like I told you, Prime this is $1 billion situation.
That's right.
This ain't no, if it was 100 million, we'd be the chill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was the goal.
Right.
I tell people all the time, if I was being selfish and not, because I'm hustling for my bloodline.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my granddaughter, I don't want them to ever have to go to a bank and ask, can they?
That's right.
Bro, you just come to my trust and get it.
That's right.
It's that simple, bro. It's not for us. No. And people don't understand. I'm taking all the bumps and bruises. I'm taking all the hits, the headaches, the stress.
Sleepless
night. You know what I'm saying? The sleepless night.
Yep.
There's people don't understand. They just think that I got an unlimited amount of cash. Well, guess what, people? Some months I have to wait till I get my rent.
That's right.
Some months I have to wait till I have a $10,000 sale in the store.
You're the last one to get paid once STEM start works.
Paid myself from Prime yet.
That's right.
But I put over $10 million in it.
That's right.
I ain't paid myself a penny yet.
So
yeah, people be like,
sacrifice.
I just told you this morning. I said, man, y'all come, I can finally pay myself.
Yeah.
And like people don't understand the sacrifices you make. But again, if I wouldn't have been prepared and ready, y'all wouldn't be willing to come on board.
That's right.
I tell it to my people all the day. Don't wait until you get an assignment to be ready for it.
That's right.
Go home and YouTube. Go home and practice. That's how my pilot license, my construction license, all that shit, I YouTube.
That's right.
Like I YouTubed it.
Nah, that's it.
How to sheetrock a wall. And I watched 15 videos and I just go do it.
Nah, that's it, man.
Framing, how to frame. I framed the whole apartment. I just started doing construction a month.
Yeah.
You want to do it, you do it.
That's right.
Like, it's that simple. That's more or less what, my podcast is about. Like I told you when I asked you to come on, and I appreciate that again. I want to just let people know that, like, bro, you really can do it. But it's not easy, though.
Not easy.
And you have to know the number one thing, when it's time to partner.
That's right.
I tell people all the time, you see Spirit and what was it, Southwest merge. Like, you see all these billion-dollar companies merge. They ain't merging because they broke. They merged it because they see the next level.
Makes sense.
They see the next level. When we rode around, I got all this land sitting here.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I go and do a fund to build more? Like, the same call I make for one
Already there.
is the same call for 100.
That's
Like, what are we waiting on?
no.
And we just gotta go, man. Our people need to understand. Just go do. Fail at 100 miles an hour. I tell my son that all the time.
Phil Austin.
I have no problem with you failing
That's right.
if you failing at 100 miles an hour.
That's right.
Don't come to me being passive and scared, because daddy gonna spit it out. I'm gonna bet the boat.
That's right. Me too.
Because I know what I can do.
Me too.
But again, when I asked you to come down to invest in my company, and you come and you see everything I told you that was here.
That's right.
Oh, he is what he post. What I post to be.
That's right.
Post on my social. That's what it is.
That's right.
You go, you seen the lounge. You see, we in it. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how God work. Because you was supposed to bend and came.
That's right.
But you wouldn't have got, now you're getting 2 games, a concert, and you get to see the whole stadium. You get to see the whole Jonesboro.
Yes,
You see what we got going in Memphis. We going to go meet with the mayor of South Fulton. You already got a great relationship with the mayor in Atlanta. Like, the synergy is there, man. Like it's just crazy.
100%.
6-8-10. Explain the main goal. I know y'all don't want to just cut people check, but what is your end game with it? Like, what is your growth looking like?
The North Star right now for us, how I envision this thing going, and like you said before, I built a team around me that specializes in a lot of different areas that I don't. And these people, they've gone to college, they've got all these degrees, and they've worked in all these corporate jobs for years, right? So I've created our own table, right? People wouldn't give us an opportunity to do private equity just because we didn't have the background, we didn't have the multi-billion-dollar fund started out. So we started our own, right? And our goal was to show other people, other businesses, that there's a place in Atlanta, Georgia, and Arkansas, and different cities where we've got a footprint, that there's people that can help you. We can help the small business that can't get a loan from Bank of America,
right,
or one of these other banks here. We can help you source capital. We can help you build. That was one aspect of it. The second aspect of it was, okay, we want to be able to build a legacy to where we've got a fund that can generate all these different opportunities that our people wouldn't get to see.
Right.
Just to be honest with you. That's honestly what it was, to show there's not, in private equity, I forgot what the number is. There's not many of us. When we walk in a room, we're probably the only one.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 rooms that we walk in, you don't see too many of us, and they look at us like, man, you're here. What are you doing here? So
Yeah.
it wasn't easy coming into this. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. We knew all we ultimately wanted to do was do our own thing.
Right.
And we knew that if we came together, a whole bunch of smart people together, we could do better together than we could apart.
Thanks.
And it was important to us, to answer your question. North Star is just to show the world that it can be done, that a group of Black people can get together and build something and make an impact in their community.
Right.
And make an impact in different communities around the world that don't get access to capital. It's all about access to capital, and then access to help and resources, because banks can give you money, but they just want that note when it's due.
That's it.
They're not sending a representative to come hold your hand and help you. You know what I mean? Versus, and then somebody told me one time, well, how can you scale something like that, Sean? If there's 10 of y'all in the office, how can you help 1,000 businesses? I can't.
Yeah.
But it's quality over quantity.
Yep.
I can come to Jonesboro. I can send 2-3 people over here to help Prime Global take off.
Yeah.
I can go to, South Carolina, do something over there. So we can stretch ourselves out and still have impact.
Yeah.
So it's not about being able to help the masses. It's quality over quantity with us.
But you know what happens too with that? When you help a prime global, your tentacles are in other states too. So you really are helping 1,000. And that's what I told you. I want our structure base to be, hey, we're real estate, but we're also helping the community. We hospitals of the community. So you won't be able to be in Jonesboro all the time, but I can.
That's right.
You won't be able to be in Houston all the time, but I can.
That's right.
I can't be in South Carolina all the time, but you can.
Sure.
So if we structure with enough people and we have enough help, then we really can. The problem is no one believes they can because they haven't seen it done.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what they told me when I got ready to open up my hardware store? Don't do it, bro. You're going to waste your money. You're going to be out of business in a year. And I'm thinking in my head, how, when I go to Lowe's, $3 to $5 million,
Spending the money anyway.
I'm at least going to make that.
Sure.
If I close the doors down and just do just for me, that'll be fine. But just through the grace of God, we had a bunch of people come in and we're doing great. But I never expected to make no money for 3 years.
That's right.
Like I was just like, I'm gonna have to train people for 3 years that we're here. And that's what I think a lot of businesses don't do. They go in thinking their family gonna support them, which they're not. Their friends gonna support them, which they're not. And then they don't realize that it takes endurance.
That's right.
It takes time. And guess what? You're gonna have you know how many times I've said, man, I'm wealthy as this.
You're right.
I'm just gonna chill.
Nah, I tell my people that all the time.
Burning fire, say, but you got 5 generations you said you wanted to help.
Right.
First time I walked to the bank to get a line of credit, it was $200,000. And they made me put $1 million worth of property up.
That's crazy.
You know how stupid I felt?
Yeah.
Because when I talked to my lawyer, he was like, if you default on that, they take all your property, not just $200,000.
That's right.
And I'm like, damn, I thought they were just gonna take they two. He's like, no.
Yeah. No, that's
And the crazy part is,
man,
my credit was good. I had a chick that was in class with me in college, and she ended up being the assistant to president of a bank called. I shouldn't say their name. That's why God won't let me remember it. But anyway, he came and did a site visit, got all my information and stuff, asked me like we on site while I'm building. I'm actually framing at the time. He like, well, when we get this money, what you gonna do? I said, oh, I'm gonna build another duplex right there. He went back and you know what he told her? Lord, he said, we're not loaning him nothing. That N word too smart.
wow.
She told me this. And like what that made me realize is, oh, if I would have been going to go buy me a Rolls Royce or something, you'd have been cool with going to go buy me a liability.
Wrong.
But since I said I was going to build this and that, you have a problem with it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but once we get out the matrix, that's why I tell people, you can't convince me to do nothing besides real estate.
That's right.
Because I know I'm going to make 20 to 35% on my stuff. Why would I do anything else?
Doesn't make sense.
Nothing else makes sense to me.
Right.
Especially now with the verticals of owning my own manufacturing company, owning my own store.
Yeah.
Now I'm even deeper in it.
It's next level.
Like, why would I do it? Why would I can't go into the stock market when Trump could make a statement, Elon Musk could make a statement.
Yeah, Mark is never ready.
You know what I'm saying? They could make a statement and now I lost $150,000. I literally just saw this on the way to a wedding in Miami.
Yeah.
I saw someone, we're talking about Prime Global and he wants to invest, and I saw him lose $157,000 that day.
That's right.
And I'm like, there's no way I could never do that.
Right.
Because I can't sit up here and fathom losing everybody money.
That's right.
Or losing my money.
That's
I
right.
have a great friend at Forex Trades. He showed me where he made $1 million in a day, and he showed me where he's lost $2 million in a day.
Sure.
Can't handle that, bro. So I'm just gonna keep on being the little guy on the totem pole and keep on just
Grinding it out.
grinding it out.
Right. No, I get it.
How did you get your team though? Because like you got, the one tech dudes with Walmart, that really impressed me when y'all start speaking y'all background. I'm like, how do you get these motherfuckers to get on board? That's an art in itself.
Well, I'm a salesman. So that's the first thing. So I had to get everybody on board by ultimately just sharing the vision with them. So a lot of these people came from corporate jobs. These folks left corporate jobs that they were on at the time to come on board with us based off the vision that they saw. So what happens, and I'm a big power of empowering women.
Right.
So half my team is women. And so I've got two women that came from corporate America that spent years in corporate Americas. and they just don't treat them good. They just don't treat sisters good in that world. So they cap them at, how far they can go, and they say that's it.
They can be the president. They get
Yeah,
150.
that's it. So, and they treat them like the hell. And when I heard those stories, it kind of broke my heart. And I was like, man, we gotta go get these people. So, when it made sense, when I laid it all out, I gave everybody ownership. So this isn't just my company; it's your company too.
Yeah.
So everybody has equity. Everybody's got skin in the game.
Yeah.
So when they came in to work, it's like, hey, we're partners.
Yeah.
Nobody works for me. We work together.
Yeah.
That's always been my slogan. It's like, we work together. We're a team. So we're building something that's bigger than just us.
Yeah.
Because if it was just about me, I could have stopped a long time ago and just focused on things that just made me and my family money. So I'm focused on, it's about those other 10 families.
Yeah.
And their goals, their dreams, their visions, the things they're trying to accomplish. So it's my duty to make sure that I'm able to put the structure in place to get a good team like that. So it was just more so them believing in me, seeing that I was a faith-driven guy, that I wasn't, going after material things.
Yeah.
It was a bigger picture. It was bigger than just myself. They believed in me.
Ain't that so boring?
Oh.
The material, I be trying to I wish everybody could have a year where they got all the materials they wanted.
Exactly.
Because once you get it, you're going to be like,
man, it's nothing once you have it. Right.
I remember all I want, I want this car, I want this car, I want this car. I got that car and I never drove it.
Yeah.
I wanted this big house in Houston.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I want this house, I want this house. When we got in it, I was like,
Yeah.
the third is good.
Yeah. Now it's what's next. There's always going to be something else that you're chasing.
So only thing that turned me on was wealth.
That's right.
Legacy,
Right.
philanthropy, helping.
Yeah.
That's why with Prime Global, bro, I'd be more happy about Troy's houses, my students' houses than mine.
That's right.
Like, I'm like, he believed, he invested, and now he got 5 houses
That's right.
in a 2.5, 3 year span. That's what drives me.
That's what.
And let's get back to the women, because you see my staff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably 2 knucklehead dudes here, right, and the rest is women. Because one thing I can tell you about a woman, not a girl, not a, you know what I'm saying? A woman's going to enhance anything she puts her hand on.
That's right.
I notice how they say a black woman. Notice how they, but you know how we get down.
That's right.
Women just make better.
I agree.
And I think that's the thing men have to understand. We should complete, not compete.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because listen, when I walk in this store, if my newest employee got an idea, I'm listening.
That's right.
Because you don't know what seed comes from that idea. Like, and that's the difference. Like, I don't care if you're the janitor, bro. I'm gonna take the same one. You see how I treat the people up there?
Yep.
You could be parking my car. I get out, I hug them. You know what I'm saying? You have a relationship. I get them stuff for Christmas. I get them cards at the end of the year. Like, we text all throughout the year.
That's right.
Like, bro, we have to start leading with love,
That's right.
not just money. And that's why I told you it's so important to me to get the right partner.
Sure.
So it has to be right, bro, because again, I'm faith driven. My faith is number one thing. I pray every morning before I touch my phone,
Right.
anything. First thing I do. And I've noticed, I've been doing that for almost 2 years now. And I've noticed the change in my life.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I pray before we eat. We pray before the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what we do.
Yeah.
Because
Lifestyle.
you have to understand what's really out there. Like,
That's right.
you have heaven and you have hell.
That's right.
It's no in-betweens, bro. Earth is in between.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
if we lead, the number one thing I want people to understand is you have to have God first.
Shit.
You have to have endurance, and you have to go be in rooms where people are more knowledgeable.
That's right.
If you want to be the big shot in every room, bro, you're gonna be in very small rooms.
That's right.
And that's just it in a nutshell. We have to teach our people that it's okay to be wrong.
Yeah.
It's okay to not know something. What I told you yesterday, I don't know. That's a question I gotta ask my lawyer.
That's right.
Like, I don't know that. And guess what? I don't want to spend time learning. I tell Darren all the time, I don't want to learn how to create a damn portal.
Right.
I don't want to learn how to create a web page. Even though I could AI it and I could do it,
Sure.
I tell Kalim, I don't want to know how to edit. I don't care about CapCut, Canva, none of that.
Right. Everybody just needs to be great at what they do.
I'd rather cut you a check and you make it look great.
Yep.
That's it. And again, I'm not around yes men. All my dudes know they can check me.
That's right. 100%.
I don't want no yes men.
100%. Yeah, we check all the egos at the door, and my team, everybody's free, you know. And I tell them, hey, if anything's rubbing you the wrong way, always pick up the phone and call me.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, because we need you.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't want to make an environment to where people feel like they're not valued.
Yeah.
So that's one big thing I've learned in business over the years, is making sure the people that are with me every day, that they feel valued,
Yeah.
that they have that value and that piece of ownership.
And from the outside looking in, you get that.
Yeah.
Like when I sat across that table, like I love the chemistry y'all had. Like, and it's like
Appreciate that.
the y'all got it together, bro.
Nah.
Like for real, like for real, especially on the tech level.
Yeah.
That dude was talking. So I was like, what? You know?
Yeah, man. And then to finish off telling you a little bit about them, it's like, you know, when you're building a team, I never thought it would be the way it kind of came together, and that's just God's putting things together. So my partner Amari, he comes from the tech world, spent years in the tech, built tech companies, sold them to publicly traded companies, had a decent exit there. And then we got another guy, James. He spent years in the healthcare tech side of things, and he's a scientist by trade. So when working with him, it took me a while to understand, because I would say, hey, man, come on, can you help me with this? And then he would say, well, why?
Yeah, he different. Scientists are different.
And I'm like, what do you mean, why? James, I need help with this. And he's like, well, he's looking at the outcome, right? So learning to work with him over the years has been interesting, to say the least. But now I understand, because he's a scientist, they don't look at things the same way we look at things. So bringing him in on the private equity side, imagine him looking at a deal and doing due diligence on a deal.
Right.
It's out of this world. So that's his specialty. Then, you know, we've got the ladies that come from the corporate world, one from the corporate world, one from marketing and brand management and wealth management. So I've got
She's good, by the way. I read the letter that she sent on the podcast.
Yeah. She don't play, man. She did not play. Well-respected people in the community. They're all faith-driven people. And we said that from the beginning in the interview. Hey, sorry, but this is a faith company. We're going to pray. We're going to keep God first. You know, that's important to us. So they're all aligned with that. We do things in the community. Everybody aligned with that. So it all made sense. So it was just a bunch of people sick and tired of being sick and tired,
right,
that said, hey, we're going to build something together.
Yeah.
And which is something you don't see in our community often. A bunch of people coming together and saying, hey, we're going to make this work. And we didn't want this to be one of those businesses, oh, we're black owned, black power.
Yeah.
Nah, this isn't about being black owned.
Yeah.
This is about doing good work.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're black, white, whoever the consumer is, the customer, the client, we're going to do great work by them, because you can be black owned all you want and do bad business.
You know, I tell people all the time, because they'll come in here and they'll post something like, oh, they'll go to my restaurant. We had our restaurant. They'd be like, come support this, a black business. And I would always stop that, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of my people that come in on discounts.
Right.
It's a lot of my people that come in and they're not going to post you once they go out.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But yet they'll go over to Candelas or one of the other restaurants and, hey, they'll go live. We all at Candelas. But with me, they won't do that.
Right.
So I stopped screaming the black this and black that a long time ago.
That's right.
I'm black, bro. I get it.
That's right.
But black is it's just a word, bro.
That's true.
What is your mental alignment like? You know what I'm saying? What is your mental capacity and endurance like? Because in this field, I want to do in cities, and I got a guy, Trey Draper, that is going to run our youth and stuff, because I want to do an after-school entrepreneurship program.
Here we go.
I don't want our kids having to go work in corporate America.
100%.
I want to be able to, after school, you get a meal, and guess what? I'm going to teach you how to frame. I'm going to teach you how to do tile work. I'm going to teach you how to do landscaping. I'm going to teach you this. Also on the weekends, after school, if your grades are right, you can go cut grass and get a paycheck.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? If we stop trying to have after school programs that just babysit, and we start teaching our kids, black, white, Asian, whoever the case may be, and we start pushing their minds,
100%.
That's how we're going to change the world.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can say all the stigmas and stereotypes is out there, we the only ones that can change it.
100%.
Like my granddaughter, she's 7 months old, and Kansas in there with educational stuff on.
That's right.
Just like Shariah, she was 4-5 months in front of that TV with educational stuff on.
That's right.
We have to start teaching them from a young age that you can be this and more.
That's right.
I tell people all the time, I wish I could trade with my granddaughter. My granddaughter is financially wealthy right now.
That's good.
My daughter, that's why people be like, she always happy. She rich. Like, and she knows it.
That's right.
Like, she sees our account. She knows what we got.
Right.
She knows what she's gonna manage in the trust.
That's right.
She knows what her father's vision is. Like I told her, I need 5 generations to spend some money I made. Not interest.
That's right.
I got a lot of money I need to make.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
But I have disbursements of, you graduate high school, you get a little bit. I'm expecting them to mess that off.
Yeah.
You know, I'm expecting them to mess that off. Then guess what? You graduate college or you hit 25, you get another one.
That's right.
They probably gonna mess some of that off too.
Right.
But then guess what? You get another one at 35. 35, you done figured out a little stuff.
Right.
And from 25 to 35 is a long time, so you ain't thinking you getting no more.
That's right.
So when it hits you, you're gonna be like, oh, let me do right by this. Wait, what I'm saying? And that's what we have to start teaching our kids. We need to teach them the power of insurance. We need to teach them the power of investing. They need to know what your return on your investment is. They need to know these things, but we need to be the group to teach them. Not just ramble about and just throw them out here to the world, because my daughter may not want to do real estate. So what happens if I just hand her a real estate empire? She gonna screw it all.
Yeah.
But guess what? If I got a trust set up and she can only manage it,
yep.
Go look at it.
No,
Rockefeller, Vanderbilt.
That's the name of the game, man. That's the name of the game. And it's all about information. It's something, lack of information is why the people perish, right? And it's been one of those things to where over the years, we've been trying to get as much information as we can so we can pass it down to our kids, right? And now, like you said, with the youth, what we're doing is similar. You know, we're bringing in interns this summer through the mayor's initiative to take as many youth off the street and give them things to do so they're not breaking in your cars.
Right.
So we're bringing them in so that they can learn how to code, learn how to trade, learn how to do due diligence on deals, learn what private equity is, and, you know, what the finance is, learning the basics of finance and wealth and credit, debt, and all those things there. So we're bringing them in. We're all in line with the same thing, teaching the youth different things that you don't really get access to in school.
Right.
And a lot of it, even the teachers don't know it,
No.
to be honest.
It's set up to fail.
Yeah.
The problem is it was set up for us to fail, but others are failing at it.
You go.
You get what I'm saying?
That's the trick.
So now it has to be structured a little different, and it's so much equal right now till they can't. So now the information is being passed in the household.
Yep.
But guess what? Passing in the household, the 17-year-old kid, he got a 17-year-old black friend.
That's right.
He got a 17-year-old Asian friend. So that information is being passed right on now.
Yep.
And now I tell people all the time, take our swag, take our ideas,
Yep.
take our leg work, all because we never patent nothing.
Yep.
We never trademark nothing. We never copyright nothing. And we so willing to take $1 million.
First off, for coming.
I made this song, cool, I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Right.
Well, now you're gonna be a 500,000 there because your ass is in a different bracket now.
Right.
When you could 1031 exchange something and keep your money.
Keep it.
They don't understand, even in the NIL space. I talked to Ashley this morning and she's in that space heavy. And I'm like, they're giving these guys $4-5 million, but they're not giving them no financial structure.
Right.
So they're leaving. They done did 2 years at Indiana and made $10 million and they're gonna be broke.
That's right. And that's kind of what our NIL program is set up to fix that, to correct that. So we've got a couple of college athletes that are in on our program. And what we did for them was give them the opportunity to come in. Okay, you've got $2-3 million from this big university. Come on in, $500,000, $250,000, whatever the number was. And you've got an opportunity now to 10X that money before you even leave school.
Yeah.
And even if you don't go pro, if you get hurt, if you don't make it, you know, if your draft stock goes down or whatever the case may be, now you've got something here. We just want to show you that it worked.
It works, yeah.
Now, when you come back and check it, now that 250 has turned into $1 million in 18, 24 months. Yeah. And you like, oh, wow, this really works. Yeah. And it's opening their eyes and they're getting an opportunity to see deals that they wouldn't see.
Yeah.
And that's the ultimate goal of our company, is giving people access to deals they wouldn't have access to on the retail market.
Getting them out the matrix.
Yeah.
Getting them out there. People do not understand how powerful it is to build a $500,000 entity, and then you get an appraisal for $700,000 on it.
Exactly.
Like you can do this 50 times.
Come on, man. These folks been doing it for years, man.
I tell them all the time, I say the number one thing in the world, the three number one biggest markets are tech, transportation, and real estate.
Yep.
We got all three of them.
Yep.
How can we not?
Can't lose, man.
What's it possible?
Can't lose. You can't lose, man. So I always say you can't lose and win is the only option.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what I live by. And ultimately we're doing the work and we're doing the foundational building, right? So it didn't happen overnight as fast as you dreamed of it happening.
Never do.
But the groundwork has been done.
Yeah.
The foundation's been set. So now we've set up an organization, yourself as well, to where when somebody comes in, they can't tell me we don't have this, we don't have that. Because we've spent the last couple of years making sure we check all those boxes. Because they're going to check us 3, 4, 5 times more than they check the other person.
You know how good it feels when I get the call from the Grizzlies and the NBA and be like, okay, you've been vetted, you're good. You can be inside a stadium.
Right.
I never knew the power of that until one of my friends came down and he was like, bro, I don't think you understand the power of your name being in the stadium. I was like, well, we ain't got no bill from it yet. So he's like, bro, don't you even worry about that. He say a person like me comes and sees that, they know you've been vetted through the wazoo.
Sure.
Because the NBA ain't letting Al Capone them up in their stadium. It's not happening, you know what I'm saying? And you've been through the ringers of it. So now it's like, okay, we really have done something. You know what I'm saying? Like with you last night, you were like, bro, I'm proud of you. Like
100%.
You've done some stuff. Like the most powerful thing is when somebody comes to you and wants a team with you.
That's right.
You get, and they're as powerful.
That's right.
And it's like, no, I wanna like I'm no joking aside. Your conversation is more than me and you had. I came and told my wife. When we talked about it, all she did, she didn't even say nothing. She just started thanking God.
Amen.
Because I told you what I wanted a long time ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you've been saying by the year now, we're gonna do something together. We line everything up. And then this morning when you said I was like, that's all we need. We don't even really need to, do the other stuff that we talking. I'm like, this is all we need to do. And it's exactly what I want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
a line. Timing and positioning, man. We all pray for the same things and we just don't know when it's gonna happen.
Right.
It's just timing and positioning, man. Like you said, how me even sitting here today, it was a lot of obstacles to get here. TSA, I missed the flight. The first time I was coming, the weather, the flight gets canceled. I'm on halfway to the airport. Texts go off. Flight canceled, not delayed, canceled. So I'm like, okay, something don't want me to get to Arkansas. I was devil's busy, but I'm busier. Okay, so it's like I'm gonna get there. If I gotta drive there, I'm going. So
it reminds you we driving back.
Right. So it's like it was one of those things like nothing was gonna stop me. I said I gotta get here. My wife was like, why are you rushing? You're forcing this trip. Something's not right. And I'm like, hey, listen, man. I gotta go out there and see for myself to make sure that this is what we want to do. So, and she's like, okay. But it's like nothing was gonna stop this from happening. So it's like I'm glad it's here. I'm glad we're working together. We're figuring the things out, and the sky's the limit. We're better together than we are apart. That's what I always tell people. If you want to go far, you got to go with it together. I forgot how the proverb goes, but you can go further.
Go fast, go by yourself.
Yeah,
go far you go.
There you go. So it's like I understand. All egos, we threw those out the window years ago. So sky's the limit, man.
What's your prediction, not to cut you out, what's your prediction on the game tonight? We got Boston tonight.
Oh, y'all win. I'm a diehard Laker fan. So I can't stand Boston. I hate Boston, man. So being there to be able, you guys winning tonight.
I'm so glad Tatum is playing because we have the best. Him, Luka, Kevin Durant, Trey Murphy. Like we have the best of relationships. Like they go talk. He'll talk. If I say something, he look over there. He's going from that point. Like he's gonna talk the entire game. That's what's up. Entire game. So, man, I want to thank you for coming. Anything else you want to cover that we didn't cover?
Nah, man. I'm just proud of what you guys are building here. Happy to be a part of it. Happy, love the team, love the energy. Got to meet your family, great people. Love to sing along last night.
Man,
Man, I enjoyed the time with y'all, man. We felt like home, man, and that's important to me, man. Is that's why, like I told my wife, I want to come out here.
it's so funny because people come around, they be like, "Oh, y'all really cool." Like, right? Yeah, we not gonna change for nobody, bro. We gonna sing. We gonna go to concert. Let's talk about that. Before we close. That's the one thing I try to get our people to understand, because they always be like, "Why y'all go on vacation so much? Why y'all this?" I be like, "Bro, for one, I use a lot of points.
Sure.
So I use know how to travel. I know how to travel.
Yeah.
But it's the reset.
That's right.
When I go on vacation, bro, and this is the first year in like 4 years that we haven't been somewhere every month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we putting all our systems in play because we're gonna start getting this money from Prime. You know what I'm saying? So what's the importance of a reset? Because like this is actually a reset for you. Like you get a couple of days off. I seen you on your computer a little bit, but you get to relax.
Sure.
Talk about the importance of that.
Man, it's important, man. With anything, you've got to reset. You've got to start over. Just to sit back and really visualize what things look like. So when we go on vacations and things like that, what I've realized too, I've used that as an opportunity to, one, you take a break away from the everyday hustle and grind of being in the office, but the people that's on vacation with you. So the quality of your vacation is important.
We've gotten about 5 or 6 investors from Sandals.
There you go.
I mean, so it's really important. But last but not least, in closing, your wife wants to go somewhere in June. I've never talked to her,
Right.
but she sent the beam,
Right.
and we just so happen to be going somewhere in June.
That's right.
So when we get off here, we're gonna go ahead and get all this here together so that you and your wife can come, because I know she wants to come. So again, thanks, man, for coming out, man.
Oh, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Talk Prime Global Group podcast sign in.